Hey everybody, this is Phoenix. How are you all doing out there in YouTube land? Here we are with the third or fourth or fifth video, however many have been made at this point. As it sits right now, there are two. Actually, what am I doing? I want to go back this way. There are two videos out on, like, at this very moment in time. There are two videos. And alright, so we will go back to we are playing GTA. Excuse you, bitch, get out of my way. So here we go with some GTA. Just story mode with Trevor, cause let's face it, I like Trevor more than anybody else. But so anyway, let's see. In the I guess you could say in light of the fact of what I'm really doing here, let's talk about serial killers. That is the topic. Serial killers, very, very bad people. I think that kind of goes without saying. Oh shit! Ah, crap, that hurt. All right, I'm all right. Serial killers. Ted Bundy did a lot of bad shit. Goes without saying. Ted Bundy was a very bad man. John Wayne Gacy was a real bad man. Jeffrey Dahmer. So Dahmer, Gacy, Bundy. They're like the three main most prolific serial killers, but there are a lot of them. I guess you could say Aileen Wuornos was a serial killer. She was a hooker who killed her clients. Almost makes me not want to go see a hooker now. So anyway, what makes a serial killer? That is the question that I pose to all of you. What is it that makes somebody go absolutely loonier than Looney Tunes? What is it in their head that causes them to think in a way that is contrary to what the rest of us were raised to be? I can only speak for myself, but I ask all of you, what makes a serial killer? What is a serial killer? In your opinion, what is a serial killer? What makes them do the things they do? And think the way they think? And behave in all of that way? You know, it's honest opinion. It's my honest opinion, and I would love for all of you to be able to think about this question and come to a conclusion of your own. Research it, look it up, research it. Click on the Wikipedia, go to your library, read books about it. What, in your mind and in your opinion, what makes a serial killer? What makes them go that route? What makes them turn over that rock? In my opinion, it's not just based on what you believe, like what they, are raised to think. It's more, to me, I think it's on a deeper level. It's on a deeper level than I don't know. It's on a deeper level than it's on a deeper level let's just say deeper level than what most think about what a serial killer is. What makes one? Definitely, in my opinion, it is more God, I had this in my head too. It's more It is more it's more than just how they were raised or where they were raised. It's more than just it, like I said, this is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. Now, it's more than just environment. It's more than whether they were loved enough or not loved enough. There's more to it than that. Could it be hereditary? Could it be based on their blood, the blood of their father or their mom? Because as children, when our parents do the deed, half of our mom's blood and half of our dad's blood goes into making us. Half. One half of each parent. But what is it about a serial killer? Some may have mommy issues. Others may have daddy issues. Others may be raised perfectly fine and raised in, perfect environment. And there's, in my opinion, there's no such thing as really as perfection or normal. Well, there is with perfection an average childhood. Serial killers brought up many friends, very well loved and liked, with teachers, other kids' parents, other families. The kid could have been born with a silver spoon in its mouth, or a golden spoon in its mouth. a silver spoon or golden, more likely like a golden diamond, a diamond encrusted gold spoon in its mouth. And one day, that kid, who was very well loved, star athlete, A+ student, straight A's, very well loved and liked by everybody. He's the kind of person that would definitely back you up. If you were their friend, they would back you up and be there for you and support you. And one day, that person just takes a rock and bashes another skull open. What is it that drove him to do it? Could it have been very well been part of his psyche? Could it have been part of their psyche?
You must really like getting fucked up, huh?
What is it? Something drove him to do it. Something. The coolest, happiest, sweetest person that you knew growing up is now responsible for cutting off somebody's head with a rusty blade and displaying that head in his living room, or hiding the head under his bed or in his closet, or cutting open the skull and eating the brain. Whatever they end up doing with it, the point is they went out and they murdered somebody. They went out and took somebody's life. As much as it sickens me, that's the kind of stuff that happens. Look at Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer killed people. Mainly men, but he still, people. He killed people. He also was a cannibal. He ate parts of the people he killed. At least by what I can recall. I could be mistaken, and if I am, please correct me. What made Jeffrey Dahmer do the things he did and think he could get away with it? Same with Ed Gein back in like the 40s or 50s. Same with Ted Bundy. Now, Ted Bundy was an interesting individual all around. He was a very handsome young man. College girls loved him. He was very well spoken. He didn't, he possessed the appropriate, I would say, vocabulary. Yeah, that's it. He possessed a very, appropriate demeanor and appropriate vocabulary. He knew to be very proper. But he just so happened to have a very sick and twisted problem of killing people. What causes these people, these just random people, to take that step? We all have homicidal tendencies. We all do. I don't care if you carry a Bible to work. We all have homicidal tendencies. We all do. Another point I gotta bring up. I only got a few more minutes left, but another thing that I gotta bring up: video game violence. Okay, so I know it's kind of weird. Just bear with me on this, though. Just bear with me. It kind of goes a little hand in hand. Now, a lot of people, I don't care what they are, liberals, whatever. I'm not political. I don't like that bullshit. A lot of people, they'll come out and they'll say, video game violence is very, very bad. Games like Grand Theft Auto, games like Mortal Kombat, they're very bad games. Okay, well, what makes it a bad game? Is it, take a game like the one I'm playing right now, Grand Theft Auto. Take a game like Grand Theft Auto. The whole point of the game, at least how it first started, was exactly what the name entailed. Grand Theft Auto. You stole cars. Now, they also had the element of killing people, random pedestrians. Just like... Oh, I missed. Just like... you could do this kind of stuff. You could, boom, kill a pedestrian just like that. Squish them. Ram into cars. Blow them up. Get into firefights with the police. Drive like a bat out of hell. Ah, you bastard, you missed. See, in my opinion, this is my honest personal opinion. Video games do not endorse violence. What I mean when I say that, okay, you have games like Grand Theft Auto. I keep coming back to it. It's the perfect example. Grand Theft Auto, a game solely based on criminal activities. Murder, mayhem, destruction, going to strip clubs, picking up hookers, having sex with the hookers, then killing the hookers, killing random people, running from the cops. I can understand that people would get bent out of shape over these kinds of activities. I can understand that. But where is the line crossed? I ask you. I genuinely ask you. I ask you all out there. Two questions, and then I will sign off. Two questions. What is a serial killer? What makes a serial killer, in your opinion? What makes a serial killer? And 2, legitimately, are video games bad games? I ask you these questions, and I leave it up for you to decide. Think about it. Give it some time. And I will be back at a later date. This is Phoenix from Subexiled and FWSX saying, have a good night. May you have peace. And rock on.